Now it's time to install Git. Go to git-scm.com/downloads, as you'll see on the screen and is available in this lesson's resource link area. You'll be clicking on the blue screen there, latest source release, whatever that version is for you, where it says download for Windows there on the right side. Once you've clicked that, you will then need to click that click here to download link. And open your executable file. Click through the general public license if you're comfortable with it, clicking next, and where the location is going to store it. If you are brand new, just stick with the default there. You can take a look at what is selected. And notice I've got that new Add a Git Bash profile to Windows Terminal selected as well, and clicking next. And I'm just going to leave that as Git and click next. Now here we will go down and we will change it to use Visual Studio Code as Git's default editor and click next. Then we will override the default branch name and leave it at main and leave it at the recommended Git from the command line. And leave it at the use bundled open SSH. And using the native Windows secure channel library, and we'll leave it checkout, Windows style commit, Unix style line endings, and we will even leave it at use Minty and click next. We'll then also leave it at fast forward or merge, and we'll leave it at Git credential manager and leave it at enable file system caching. Finally, through all that, you're installing, the program is extracting the files. I'm going to deselect View Release Notes and just click Finish. Now see, I'm in that Python projects area of VS Code, back into our Visual Studio Code program, and I'm clicking on New Terminal at the top. And from here, I'm going to check my Git connection by typing in git space -- version. Next, I type in git space init. And notice there's a red dot. That means I'm having an issue. It says no such file or directory. In reality, that's not true, but I am experiencing a Windows security block, so I'm going to have to trust for that to go through. And there is a document, a downloadable handout in the resources section of this lecture, of this lesson, that you can look at to give you instructions if you hit this same block. Once I have fixed that, notice I just type git init again. This time I have the successful blue dot, initialized empty git repository. Next, I'm going to use this version control tool by starting with git space add space hello.py, the name of the file that I want to add. Notice the next thing I do here is I type git space commit space -m. So that means that's the message that I want to put along with my commit. I'll then put an open quote, the double quote. I'll type the words that I want to be the message. In this case, I'm just saying it's my first commit, the initial commit, add hello py. hello.py. And then make sure to put your closing double quote. Now notice, because this is the first time we're doing this, it did not succeed yet. It says I need to know who you are. So the initial process here, which you won't have to do in the future, is you'll need to put your email and your name. Notice that we're using global here, but if you only wanted this email and name to be associated with this repository, which this repository is Python projects, then you would not put the global term in there. So it gives you the syntax to use. You just use exactly what it says, that git config space dash dash, and type exactly what it says for the email line and then separately for the name line. And it does not matter which one you do first. Notice I did the name first and then the email. I am then putting my git commit -m with the commit message in quotes again. And see, that was successful.